Is Jacob Kuva. This is
And I'm Parker Fiskus, and today we're going to be talking about blockchain technology.
um, well. The first question that needs to be addressed is what exactly is blockchain, and the conclusion or general conclusion that we've kind of came up with is that blockchain is an electronic ledger, but it's also an electronic ledger that has a verification process or function, in a sense, that verifies and makes it easier and more compatible to view, to input, to store information.
And it gives each group of transactions, they're stored in a block, and it gives the availability to make it where some information could be stored more secured and some could be more available to the open eye, more transparent.
Something that could be beneficial with is if you're an employee of a company or an employer even, you could have this blockchain to where that only a certain department could view this certain ledger, or only a certain few executives could view what just exactly what they need to be viewing, but also under the assumption that it's already verified.
And blockchain was originally made for Bitcoin, and so it tracks and stores data, and it's decentralized. It takes out the intermediaries. We tell them what intermediaries. So it
So one of the really cool things that blockchain actually can easily do is it takes out the intermediaries of, let's just say, you're a vendor or something, or you're selling shoes online.
or you're selling real estate.
Anything that's normally done with paper and pen, you're now able to do with the blockchain. And I think that's what really sets it apart is it has all these verifications. It has the instantaneous accessibility. It has the privacy aspect. It has every aspect that you need to have a fully functioning and fully trust. Like, you want to be able to trust the functions and the information that it's coming out of.
Yeah, there's a big reiteration of the transparency about it. But there's also, many different opportunities in the future that blockchain can be used. In our research, we found that some people have said it could possibly be the means for an election, and possibly eventually make stock market trades instantaneous, which is something that people would be utilizing because the instantaneous measure has only been, since pink sheets and since the transitioning out of paper, which also is a reason why it's going to continue to be a thing because the carbon footprint is.
And the world as we know it is only going to get more technologically based, centered.
Advanced, yeah.
It's only going to grow, and if we have something like the blockchain or something as advanced as the blockchain already set in place when these new or all this information is being stored, and when previously we've had a lot of issues with paper trails and how you haven't had a complete transparency behind a paper, but when you put it into an information system or this blockchain, it has that verification and it has that authenticity.
And like he was saying about taking out the intermediaries, it's real-time transactions. There's no wait like there used to be, and banks are essentially left out of the equation. Whenever you were buying a home or a business, you'd have to bring in a lawyer or a banker to verify all of your transactions and all your financial.
And like, even if you were like I said earlier, like even if you were selling something small out of like a boutique or even on eBay or something, and you want to know if that person on the other end has the means to pay for it, is in this same industry, and all the other aspects that you want to know before you sell it to them, this blockchain technology can give that consumer or even the producer that sense of satisfaction from knowing that the blockchain is from a trusted source and is from a reputable verification.
Yeah, and it definitely could be prevalent in the real estate, land, and title transfers. It's taking paper out of the equation, since paper trails are often a source of confusion. If you're buying land, a house, or a car, um, you need to receive a title for it. So instead of hanging this on paper, blockchain stores this information in its own network, which is you control the network. The network is controlled and housed to whoever needs this information. We're making it really easy and instantaneous for the transaction to occur.
I honestly, I really just think that blockchain technology is really the pioneer in getting information in a more decentralized and visible and
visibility. It was a crystal clear picture of legal ownership. It's just a whole new idea of legal ownership because
it's not you don't have to go through a trusted source or a trusted vendor. You have that blockchain because technology. I mean, in a database, it's always going to be right. Your information is going to be verified in a sense. So I just think that blockchain is really, really like honestly the pioneer. Like I said earlier,
the ground floor,
yeah, the ground floor, the platform to really build this information and get rid of all this paper trails and all this the paper monetary and all that other stuff. So
yeah, and when we in our as we continue to look at it more and more, I mean we think that blockchain will be transformational of our society, and we're 22 20 years old, and this continue to be part of our lives for a good amount of time, and who knows what could come from it.
And yeah, technology is only going to get more prevalent and more desired. And when you have something like this as a platform, I can only see something going up from here. So, thank you.